This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by Full Sail University. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Ask the Buffalo, the show where you can ask me, Ashley Esqueda, aka Not John, any question you might have from the wide world of technology. Every Tuesday, we put up a call for questions on technobuffalo.com. You can leave your question in the post comments, or you can send them to me any time of the day or night at TechnoBuffalo on Twitter or at Ashley Esqueda. But make sure you use the hashtag AskTheBee so I can see it. And usually I'll answer between 3 and 5 questions every episode. Well, this week we're going to talk about the full-size iPad versus the Retina iPad, design minimalism, and more. This is Ask the Buffalo, so let's get answering. Twitter user Brandon L. Rogers asks, what type of college degrees are suitable or ideal for someone who wants to get involved in your field of work? That's a really good question. It's something that's really interesting. There are about a million ways you can get into writing about consumer electronics. The first way would be start up something yourself, Brandon. You could do it. We have the power, we have the technology, we can build it. You can build your own tech website. Another way to do it is you can get a degree in journalism, you can get a degree in business and start your own website and hire people. Basically, you just have to be passionate about what you want to do. So if you want to get involved in technology, you want to be passionate about it, which obviously you are because you wrote into the show. Make sure that you make your editors' lives easy by having your own voice as a writer so that everyone knows what you're talking about and that you are able to speak eloquently about any topic. And also, you want to make sure that you have great spelling skills, great grammar skills, so that people are not constantly cleaning up after your articles. So those are the 2 things I would say to work the hardest on, but honestly, you can get in pretty much any way that you can. I mean, if you can get a job working at a website, do it. Our next question comes from @ComicBooksGuy. He says, John, I have to get an iPad for school and I don't know whether to get the mini or the newest one with the Retina display. Well, Comic Books Guy, I have to ask you this question. Are you going to be using this iPad to read comics? Because I think your Twitter handle is sort of giving you away there. And if that's the case, you want to go with the Retina display because you're going to get that beautiful display when you're looking at all of your comic books. However, if you want something that's a little bit more portable, you would be shocked at how many people I know that have gone from an iPad 3 or an iPad 4 to an iPad mini without any complaints. They actually prefer it to the full-sized iPad, mostly because it's a lot lighter. It's easier to carry in a bag. If you have a smaller bag, if you have a MacBook Air, or if you have any kind of thin laptop and you don't want to lug around another huge device, then an iPad mini might be the way to go. But like I said, I'm a little suspicious, Comic Book Guy. I think that you are going to be reading comic books on this iPad, in which case I would say go Retina. Twitter user Ditzy Pixel wants to know, what are your thoughts on the minimalist future of interface design and do you think it will hinder usability? I thought this was a really good question. And I think that we are seeing sort of this trend of minimalist design in interfaces. But I do think that the reason, let's say the iPhone originally had all of these sort of skeuomorphic designs that made you think you were using, an office desktop calendar or anything like that, was so that we could get people used to using a smartphone or a touch screen. So these are things that people weren't really used to beforehand if they weren't mired in technology. So now people are so used to iPads, so used to iPhones, so used to HTC Ones, Android, Windows Phone, that 3-year-old babies are using iPads. So it's so easy and really kind of in our collective DNA at this point for the most part. I think that minimalist design is really the future of it because we don't have to get people used to using the technology. So if that makes any sense, we know how to use a touchscreen. We know how to use gestures. So in that way, I don't think it'll hinder usability. And I actually think it'll open some doors as to kind of merging the way hardware and software works together. Techno Buffalo commenter Josh asks, hey, Ashley, how does it feel working in an office with all guys? Well, since I have started here, I have been shot at with Nerf guns. We constantly trash talk, and I have a feeling that today, after buying the Left 4 Dead 2 bundle in the Steam summer sale, I'm gonna get smoked by Ralph and Brando. But generally speaking, it's awesome. Everybody's really cool, there's no drama. We all just have a really good time. And of course, there's not all guys here. You have to think about the ladies. Lucy and Ava, obviously we have the wonderful dogs here in the office, and they're delightful. So it's not quite all guys, but all human guys, yes. Before we go, I want to tell you a little bit about Full Sail University. We all know the app business is exploding, and there are a lot of you out there, I'm sure, with great app ideas and no way to create or manage it. Now that's where Full Sail University's online mobile development bachelor's degree comes in handy. So you get to learn both sides of the app coin: programming, so you can create and deploy your app, and business, so you can market and manage it. It's really, really great to be able to do both sides of app development. Through Full Sail's Launchbox program, students receive a MacBook Pro with industry software already preloaded on it. It's awesome. And you get iOS and Android devices so you can start making your brilliant app right away when you enroll. Once you enroll, courses are delivered through Full Sail's online education platform. So there's a media-rich curriculum that includes things like video presentations, animations, interactive content, guest lectures, interviews, and even podcasts to help maximize what you're learning. So if you are the person who learns by listening, you can do that. If you're learning by doing, you can do that. And if you learn by reading, you can do that. So if you're ready to take your app development skills to another level and compete in this huge, amazing industry, just head over to fullsail.edu/technobuffalo to learn more about the mobile dev program. And make sure you use our link so that they know we sent you. Well, that's it for this week's Ask the Buffalo. Thank you so much for watching. Please give the show a thumbs up. We really appreciate that. And check us out at technobuffalo.com for all the latest and greatest tech news. Until next week, I'm Ashley Esqueda. See you next time.